Hello there, beautiful people. How are you? My name is Marte, and I'm a life coach, and I'm a coach of consciousness. And I would really like to talk to you about desire. And for those of you who know me, you know I love to talk about desire because it's a big thing. And it's something many people don't even want to talk about because we are so set in our ways. We want to feel like, okay, I got this. This life, it's okay, I got this. But sometimes life happens and suddenly you open your eyes to new desires in your life. And I feel this a lot in the collective energy, and I think I know a reason, and that's the whole pandemic, COVID-19. Because as I see it and as I sense it, a lot of people have experienced new sides of themselves during this lockdown and this period of really extraordinary events. And a lot of people have been forced, so to say, to be at home and to maybe go within a lot more than they're used to because the pace of life is not the same. We have to slow down. And with slowing down, a lot of things happens, amongst other things. The ability to listen to your thoughts. And this comes up in different ways for different people. For instance, I have a client that during this period has been home a lot, like the rest of us, and spending a lot of time with her family. And this is a person who is really career driven, has a good job. Actually, she's a leader at her workplace, and she has been spending a whole lot of time at home with her family, with her kids. And basically, she loves it. And it was hard for her to admit to me that she loves it. And that if she was to be honest with me, she actually wanted to stay at home full time. And due to financial situation, she can't do that right now, but in her mind, but that's the thing, that's the coaching bit, isn't it? But the point being, she has discovered new desires within herself. And to be able to do that, she had to listen, she had to experience it, and at the same time, she had to admit to herself this new thing she thought she didn't like, or she thought she couldn't do or shouldn't do, actually. You know, she's a career woman. In her mind, she shouldn't want to be home because that's not productive, is it? I'm not judging any of you, working, non-working, whatever, that's not the point. My point being, what desires do you hold? Because these new desires, it's a big topic. And I feel it all around me, you know, people discovering, oh, I want to be home with my kids instead of working a lot. Or I want a partner really bad because I have discovered that I am not comfortable being single anymore. That could be one thing. Or the other way, people wanting divorce after this lockdown. So if people really were to be honest with themselves about new desires, new careers, new partners, who knows what it is. And it can be all sorts of things, you know. Of course, people want money and stuff like that. And that's a good thing, actually. I can talk about that later. But what about sexual desire? Or maybe finding out that you have other sexual needs that's not met in your current relationship? What about you find out that you aren't as straight as you thought you were? Because many people do. So that's a whole new level. And it's okay, because as I have talked about before, when we discover new desires, we tend to run away from it. We tend to not meet it, and we don't want to see it. We don't want to look at it. And that's really too bad. That's really too bad. And I know there is quite a few spiritual teachers saying stuff like, if it isn't a hell yes, it's a hell no. And at some level I agree, but if that's true, you have to really be in touch with yourself. Because if you let's say you are a woman or a man, or let's say you're a man who is in a straight relationship, and suddenly you have start to feel this urges to explore your sexuality with another man, because that happens, and your mind says no. And everything about you screams no, because you don't want to be judged. You don't want other people to know you have these desires. You don't want anyone to find out that you are that kind of guy. You have never identified as bisexual, homosexual, or anything other than straight. So if you ask that part of you, the programming, the fear, that part will say no. But if you go within and being completely honest with yourself, that person and that essence of you will say yes. So who do you choose to follow? And how do you know the difference? Well, it's in the feeling. You know when you know. And you know when you know when you know. So that if you are in situations like that, it can be good to seek help from other people to learn how to distinguish your own voice. And that's maybe the whole point of this video, to let you feel understand your voice. What's the voice of fear, of programming, of surviving? What's the voice of all traumas coming up when you're triggered? And what's your true voice? Who are you? So if you feel like you have new desires in your life and emotions you haven't felt before, and you're scared because you can't see how it will work out, please just sit with it. Go within, meditate with it, and don't be so afraid to get some answers. Because oftentimes it's not that we're afraid of failure. We're actually more afraid of embracing our amazingness, our true light, the person we are capable of being if we come into our full potential and let go of the fear. That was the message of today. I really hope you have new desires. I hope you want new things to happen in your life, because that's what life's all about. It's never stagnant, and it never should be. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.